check to see if it's yeah. Well, this is Greg Flames, the pirate of the Seven Galaxies. Yeah. So, before we begin, let's read about Greg Flames, the pirate of the Seven Galaxies. So, like I usually do, right, we go in parts, grammar issue by grammar issue, and we begin creating our characters with the verb to be in the present simple. So, Greg,
Yep.
read about yourself.
Sure. I am Greg Flames, the pirate of the Seven Galaxies. I am 51 years old. My curly hair is of a deep brown with a few white ribbons, and my eyes are as black as the empty space between the stars. My beard is long and heavy. I'm tall, my muscles are well defined, my aim is awesome, my sense of humor is weird.
Okay. Now, continuing the present simple, which is truth, but now with verbs of action. That okay. I guess this is where it ends.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep. I own a badass pirate ship and I lead a small group of specialized pirates. We hunt zombies in space for a living. I like shooting, hunting, and drinking beers with my crew. I drink cheap space coffee every
what?
morning. I
Not sheep.
smoke
Not ovelia.
cheap,
Sheep.
cheap,
Cheap. Yeah. Another
cheap
thing, beers. This is okay, but usually I forgot to do it. I like hunting and drinking beer. You
beer.
can say
All right.
beers, okay, but usually beer because beer is non-countable. But beers, okay, like I can think like different types of beer, right? Different types of beer or
Uh,
cans of beers. I could think that it could work, but usually, beer should be, it's in should be without an S because it's usually an uncountable word like water, you know. I'm drinking beer
all right.
with my crew. Okay, drink so
Cheap space
cheap,
coffee.
not sheep, cheap,
Cheap.
like Chiago
Cheap.
Chimi.
Yeah, cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I drink cheap space coffee every morning. I smoke lavish and flamboyant pipes. Every and I guess every now and
Every
then
now
I
and then,
visit planets. Yeah, every now and then I visit planets just to have some very little fun.
just to have some dirty little fun, right?
Yes.
Okay, now past. Now going to the past simple, we're gonna hear a story, an important story. I'm at. Okay, I'll continue. We'll go here, but here starts in the past simple. Uh, Something that happened in a specific point in the past that started in the past and finished in the past.
Yes. I was a street urchin on a forgotten planet many years ago. I had to steal to survive. Edible food was not something I would see every day. One day, because of a whim of fate, I pickpocketed the wrong or right guy. He was a pirate with a unique combination of high awareness and a dark sense of humor. He beat me up, but after that, he decided to recruit me. Yeah.
Okay, also here. This is where it ended, right? Yeah, the
Yes.
past simple. So now, present perfect. What is the present perfect again? When do we use the present perfect?
It's to connect the past with the present,
Past with the
right?
present.
When you
That's
make
right.
that
And to show the
yeah,
present, right, as the result of the past, right? Because you talk about that past, and now you connect that past with the present moment, because the present moment is what's important, especially for an RPG game, right? Because in RPG
right,
games, we will see in the narration we mainly use the present simple because it's we don't use past simple because it's not a memory. I'm not. It's not a type of story that I'm remembering something, right? For an RPG game, the story of an RPG game to continue You need the present moment to happen. You need to act now. You need to say something now. You have to do something now for it to continue, right? So, present perfect.
Yes. Okay, yeah, present perfect. Since that moment, I have visited countless planets. I have overcome many challenges, and I have met a
Challenges.
variety
Challenges.
challenges.
Yeah,
Challenges.
challenges. Uh-huh.
I have overcome many challenges, and I have met a variety of beings. Some friendly ones, some not so friendly. But most important, I have been climbing the pirate ladder so flawlessly that I have become the leader of my own ship.
Okay,
Right
now,
now,
right now, present continuous for present, what is happening now. And remember, present continuous can also be used for future, right? I'm doing something now and I'm doing something tomorrow. So you may continue.
right now, my crew and I are hunting another ship full of zombies through the Milky Way. We are navigating in light speeds to reach a section of the galaxy where we believe this ship is in.
All right. So the scenario, the Neon Nebula famine. Okay. Nebula famine. Is that the
Famine.
name? Okay. So
Yeah, good question.
let's see.
Yeah,
So you may begin reading.
cool. Your ship, the Crimson Hook,
Hook,
uh, Hook,
hook, hook. Now hook, hook. Because sometimes, right, like
Hook, Hook,
book, hook. Yeah.
Hook,
Uh huh.
Hook.
Yeah, the Crimson
The
Hook. Ah, because
Crimson Hook.
you didn't give a name of your ship, so yeah, the AI usually gives names. So the name of your ship is the Crimson Hook, but I like it actually. I kind of like the name, the
Yeah,
Crimson
it's
Hook.
not bad.
Yeah, not
Yeah, the
bad.
Crimson
Hook.
streaks through the Milky Way, the engines humming a low, vibrating tone that rattles the dregs of your morning space coffee.
One thing I have to say here, humming. If anyone
Humming.
who's watches the video, this is a word. This is probably the word the AI uses the most. In every single video and every single game I played, we see humming, right? The engine's
Yeah.
humming, which is a constant right sound. For some reason, the AI loves this word. Okay, so the engine's humming a low, vibrant tune that rattles the dregs of your morning space coffee.
Yeah. You are currently tracking the Ivory Maw, a hijacked freighter.
Freighter.
Right? Freighter. A hijacked freighter teeming with shamblers. Zombies reanimated by a strange, glowing fungal spore.
Okay, any doubts? Any doubts about anything? Remember, in
Uh,
vocabulary, you may ask, right? If anyone who's
yes.
watching, you may ask as well in the comments. Don't be shy.
But for me, no doubt. No, actually, drags. I'm not sure what it
It's like
is.
tragos, right? Your dregs, you're drinking, from because you're drinking our coffee, you know.
Ah, all right, all right.
I think it's like, let me see. Dregs in Portuguese. Let me just make sure I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying shit, but I think it's
Sure.
like trago, right? Right, too. In Portuguese, drag it depends on whether liquid sediment, residual, no, like as a verb. Oh no, yeah, because as for drinking, like translation for drag depends on whether you're talking about liquids like wine or coffee. Uh, Most common for coffee, borra de café. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. It's like this.
So it's not like
Yeah,
trago.
yeah.
No, I got it.
Sediment.
It's like what?
Sentiments, like uh, yeah, the thing that it's on the bottom of the mug after, yeah,
Uh huh. Rattles the dragon.
drags.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably I'm confusing with another word, dregs or something. I'll remember it. The moment we finish class, I'll remember it.
All
Yeah, yeah. But okay, okay.
right, cool. Suddenly, the light speeds streak of stars
Streak,
outside your streak
streak. Uh huh.
streak. The light speed streak of stars outside your viewport collapses into chaotic swarms of violet
Swirls, chaotic swirls.
swirls
Uh huh.
into chaotic swirls of violet and green.
Violet.
Violet,
Yeah,
sorry.
not violent. Violet. Violet.
Violet,
Violet and
violet
green.
and green. You've been forced out of warp. Blocking your path is a massive biomechanic even dreadnought.
Okay, a bio what?
Mechanical elven dreadnought.
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 Hmm.
It looks like a giant calcified tree root fused with obsidian
Obsidian.
glass. Obsidian.
Obsidian. Obsidian.
Obsidian. Obsidian. Obsidian glass.
Like that very dark, that very black, shiny type rock or glass.
Yes, obsidian. They use a lot
Obsidian.
of that in games. Yeah,
What?
obsidian.
Sorry?
In games, that was quite common.
Yeah, yeah.
Obsidian.
Especially in
Regular.
fantasy things, of
Oh,
course.
war,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I use it a lot too. There's a character that's not exactly my character, but it's the way I call him because it's a character, a famous villain from literature that I use. I won't say what it is because it's an RPG I play, but I call him the Obsidian Man. But it's a character, a famous, more or less famous villain in literature. If people read, they'll probably know who I mean, what I mean. Yeah. In Lovecraftian, I'll give a hint. In Lovecraftian lore, there's a character that I won't say the name, but I call him, in my words, I call him the Obsidian Man. But okay. So this big giant elven ship pulled you out of warp.
Yes. A holographic transmission flickers onto your bridge. A tall elf with glowing runes etched
Etched.
into your etched into his skin and eyes that contain too much
Two
pupils. Too many pupils
pupils.
stares at
Pupils.
you. Pupils stares at you. Yeah, yeah. Pirate, the elf snares. His voice echoing with
Sneers. The
a
elf sneers. Usually
sneer.
double E. When it's EA, right? EA words,
That's true.
sometimes you never know. If you don't know the word, like here it could be
Yeah.
like EA. Reach has the E sound, but the other EA words, let me see if I see any other EA word. Eventually we'll see. Has different
Yeah.
sounds, but usually double E always has the E sound. Yeah, so pirate, the elf sneers.
Yes. Yeah. His voice echoing with an eldritch multitonal frequency. You are trespassing in the forbidden reach. Your vessel reeks of the necrotic rot. Surrender your cargo and your lives, or be consumed by the great roots.
Elves are always assholes. I hate
Yeah,
elves.
impressive.
Always. Always.
Yeah.
There's not one thing where elves are cool. They're a bunch of assholes. Fuck elves. I hope you kill them. Blow their ship to pieces. No, you do that. But I hope you blow them to smithereens. Like a pirate will say, we'll blow you to smithereens. Yeah.
Behind the elf, you see something moving in the shadows of his bridge. A mass of tentacles that shouldn't exist in this dimension, twitching in anticipation.
Ah, so are they being controlled?
Mm,
It's
you're
giving us
right.
some hints here. The AI, like his voice echoing with an eldritch
Usage. Yeah.
multi-tonal frequency. Because that means it's. Look at this. Look at these hints, right? He sneers,
Yes.
and here also, right? You are trespassing. Blah blah blah. Where's the when it talks about the pupils?
It's just above that.
Here,
Yeah.
skin. Look, right? A tall elf with glowing runes etched into his skin. Maybe that's something I don't know. And eyes that contain too many pupils stares at you.
Too many
Too many. Look at that.
pupils.
Too many.
Yeah.
Eldritch. Who usually uses this word, huh? Eldritch. When we use this word, what are we talking about? And tentacles? A mass of tentacles? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So what?
That's
Right?
no
There's
ordinary elf.
yeah.
You're facing,
Or the
yeah.
elf is something, or maybe something has
True.
taken over the elf. So
Yeah.
what do you do, Captain Flames? Awaiting your input. Note, I will. Okay, we don't need to. So,
Yeah.
yeah, look at that. There's a Shogoth or something behind him. Look at on all these different eyes. Look, he has a lot of. Look at the many different pupils it was talking about here. And it has like a Shogoth or whatever the fuck behind him. Well, you know what to do. You write, you say whatever the hell you want, right? Because it's your story.
Yep. Let me write something.
Do that. Let's see. Makes an image. Make an image of Greg Flames. It has been pretty lazy and slow with images lately.
Hmm.
Ah, here we go. two pipes. Well, it did say lavish pipes. I will save this image. Maybe use it for the thumbnail. I'll do that now.
Okay, let's see. Uh, Messenger. Yep.
Okay, let me.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see the picture. Okay, looks badass. Yeah,
Yeah,
with the, with two pipes.
with
I
two pipes.
like
You,
that.
you you did say lavish pipes, right? You wanted
Yes,
you didn't have like one pipe, so
true.
and he did have a. You did also said that he had a weird sense of humor, so that I think that checks out. Well,
Yeah, yeah. I like very much. It's,
okay, so let's let's read. You may read what you have written.
okay. I chuckle softly with the grin smile that would make even an orc to shiver. Very calmly, I address to this cursed elf. You pull me out of the warp, you open a forced communication channel, then you threaten me and my crew. You must be some kind of galactical clown.
Okay, well, just one thing. Remember here, after the
Ah,
quote, you do not need the period. The period inside the quote of the narration is enough.
true, true. I let it sink in for a moment, for a few seconds, then I continue. How about you handle your? It's actually. How about you handle your cargoes instead of or? I don't know.
What?
People.
What do you want?
Just after that. How
Handle.
about you handle your
Your.
cargoes? I think it's also not plural. Your cargo.
Oops.
Yeah.
Your cargo
How-
without
Yeah.
the
How
S.
about you? Yes, without the S.
Okay.
How about you handle your cargo and I let you go free with all your limbs still attached to your body? How about that? I won't offer this twice.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
good. I like it. I like it. I like it. So, Captain, your intimidation attempt is fierce. However, even the toughest pirate needs to watch their syntax to keep the crew in line. Here are the areas for improvement of your right. Okay, no, we don't want to see that. It's giving spoilers. Sometimes they give spoilers, but before I would bother and go, no, you're giving spoilers. You're telling. When it does that, I see it as the die, like throwing a die. Like if the AI gives a
Oh,
little spoiler, your luck, I guess. Like because it is an RPG game after all, right? Yeah.
true.
So
Yep.
and sometimes it makes mistakes. And well, let's see. To see if Greg's terrifying presence and sharp tongue actually rattle the elven commander, choose the correct word to complete the following sentence. Your success depends on your accuracy. Oh, wait. Let me do something.
Sure.
Remember to use my mistakes for the grammar roll and do not tell me what. Don't tell me no if it is a success or not. Do not tell me a success or not. Before I give my answers just like you have just done. Yeah, these are things that usually it makes these mistakes. Because you see, I don't know if you noticed, like next to each of the, like option A, this, or this, critical success. Option B, this, or
Uh,
this. It does that,
that's
right?
even the answers.
Yeah, it gives the
Yeah.
answers, right? Okay. So, my apology, Catherine. I stepped out of line and broke the cardinal rule of the grammar rule. Yes, you have. I won't let that happen again, but you always do. I have noted the specific errors. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Grammar rule, the pirate's automato. To identify if your words strike fear into the pupiled commander, or if he laughs at your clown comment. Answer the following questions based on the corrections needed in your last transmission. Okay, so which of these sentences is written correctly? In number one, A, I chuckle softly with a grin smile. I chuckle softly with a wicked grin. I chuckle softly with a grin smile. I chuckle calmly with a grin smile. It didn't. It almost got what you made. After we'll talk about it, but
All
it
right.
almost got it. Your mistake. The AI wasn't really precise here, but let's see.
Okay.
Let's
I
choose
guess.
it
I
first, and
guess.
then we will talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah. I
but
guess
still,
B is the one that is right.
okay. We'll talk about it.
And then
Greg's presence was enough to make the orc to shiver, shivers, shivering.
the express was enough to make to to shiver. Yeah. A. I guess.
To make the orc to shiver. A three.
Oh no. Wait, make because I wrote would make even an orc to shiver.
Unorc. I
Yeah.
think you read unorc, right? Not the
Yes.
orc.
Yes. That was.
You see,
I wrote
the
an
AI
orc.
is screwing up. But no, that's okay. It still kind of works. Maybe there's an orc in your crew, right?
Well, yeah.
Where
True.
is it?
True.
Cursed elf, blah, blah. Oh, okay, Grimmer. That would make it even unorc. Yeah, yeah.
An orc.
You wrote unorc to shiver.
I wrote to shiver as well. So probably
Yeah,
not A. I guess.
it could be.
Let me see
Remember
again.
the AI does that. Sometimes it says, "Oh, what is right here?" and what you wrote was right, but it could be wrong too. I'm not saying anything now. I'm just,
Okay.
But you could double down
Oh,
in
okay.
what you've said, or you can, or maybe you made a mistake. But why is it saying the orc? Right? Look at the AI fucking up here.
Yeah, to
You
make the
said
orc.
unorc. Maybe the orc is thinking, maybe there's an orc. Maybe the AI wants an orc on your crew. Maybe you have an orc
It's
pirate with you, right?
yeah. I think Greg would probably have a couple orcs in
Probably.
his
Yeah,
crew, right?
I think Greg probably has at least two or three orcs.
Yeah, exactly. But let's say C then because of that. To make the orc shiver. Let's
Okay.
go C and see what happens.
Okay. Three. I'm
Okay.
going to address to this cursed elf immediately. Address this cursed elf immediately. Address for this cursed elf immediately.
Going
Greg
to address.
roared. I don't remember. Did you say this, roared?
No, I didn't say ward. Roared.
Roared. Okay.
I'm going to address, let's say C. Then,
See, you're going to address
yeah.
this cursed elf immediately. Yeah, and then we'll see it what it says, and then we'll go over what everything you've read again to see, right?
Okay.
If to see if it was a just okay, because it's kind of also giving fucking spoilers here. Galactically, just see D is galactically, right? So you are acting like a galactic clown, a galactical clown, a galaxies clown, or a galactically. We can't see it, but because if I go down, we will see the spoiler. A galactically,
Okay. Let's see. Let's say A.
a galactic clown. Greg
Yeah.
sneered. I don't think you used that either, but those are good words though. Roared and sneered.
Yeah. Or
To
years.
sneer is like to talk like, with disdain,
Hmm.
but kind
Yeah.
of talking like that, kind of talking like a pirate. They sneer. Yeah. So let's see.
All right. Let's see.
Let's see what it says up here first. Oh no no. Okay, let's do this. So you got all of them correct. Very good. Uh, correct. Softly is the adverb. Wicked grin removes the redundancy. Because
Green
what
is the fire.
it kind of
Yeah.
understood what you wanted to do because you said grin is smile,
The smile. That's true.
but you wanted a grim smile, right? I think with an M, grim, like a serious dark smile. Is that what you wanted? Or did you want grin? Like a grin is like a big smile showing your teeth.
No, I actually, yeah, I like more wicked green,
We could
like
grin,
the way
yeah.
the eyes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
but
think. The
but
big,
when you were
big
writing it,
smile.
yeah,
Yeah,
but coming up here, when you were writing it, you wrote a grin
yeah,
smile right here. You see that? When you wrote
yeah.
grin, were you thinking about smile? Was it the type of smile, like a big, just a grin, meaning that big smile that What's the difference of a smile and a grin? The grin is a type of smile. A grin is a smile showing all the teeth, right? Is that what you meant?
With an
With an N. With an M, grim, like the brothers Grimm, you know? Like, oh, the grim, grim with M means sinister. Like sinister, dark, serious. So I wasn't
yeah.
sure if you wanted to say like a sinister smile, like a wicked grin, a wicked grin, you know. So was that what you think, or were you thinking about not about dark, not about wicked, just a big smile?
No, no, it was about, yeah, being dark and wicked. At the same time, a big smile.
Okay, so
Yes.
a grim grin. I know, but that would be the alliteration. Kind of sounds strange, but you wanted a grim grin. Yeah, okay, a wicked grin. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That because that's what I thought. I thought you were thinking about like the M, not the N,
Mhm.
but like a big smile, grin. A smile could be a grin, but smile is usually just a closed mouth, you know, with
Yeah.
the
Just
lips going up, right?
yeah.
So a wicked grin, yeah, that was good. But you didn't mean grin, all right? But okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
removes the redundancy because a grin smile is redundant. It's like a big smile, right? Saying that a big
Yeah.
smile. Yeah. C, correct. The verb make is followed by the infinitive shiver, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Uh,
Make you shiver, right?
Make you
That's very
shiver.
true.
To make
Make the York
the
shiver
orc or unorc shiver. Yeah, make
or a North.
something do something. You make somebody do something. So we use the infinitive, right? Make someone do something. C.
You're
The
right.
verb address is transitive and does not require a preposition to. Address to, right? You said? We'll see again.
Yes.
And galactic is the standard adjective. Galactic, right? So
Okay.
outcome, critical success. You answered every question perfectly. Your mastery of the tongue is as sharp as your aim. Yeah. So
And
adverbs. So continue here. Grammar correction or feedback, right? Adverbs. You
yeah,
originally wrote softy and
and
cough.
coffee.
I didn't know that. Adverbs
Yeah,
that
that's
describe
right.
how you do something. Manner, usually ending in ly. Softly and calmly, right? So
Right.
that's the
Right.
right way of the adverbs. The make structure in English, when you use the causative verb make, meaning to force or cause someone to do something, you follow the pattern make plus object plus verb in the infinitive or base form, right? So your text, make even an orc to shiver. No, make even
No.
an orc shiver. Now here there's an, right?
Yeah, true.
Make an orc shiver. Transitive verb. The verb address goes straight to the object. Your text, address to this cursed elf. No, address this cursed elf. Right? Vocabulary, galactical is technically a word, but it's archaic. In
All
modern
right.
sci-fi and science, galactic is the only form used, right? So before we go
Yeah.
that, so I chuckled softly, not like this, with
Yes.
a wicked
No.
grin or a grim grin, a wicked smile, right? That would make an elf shiver. I'm sorry, an orc
Even
shiver.
an
Even an
architecture.
orc shiver. No two. Very calmly,
Call.
right? We saw the right how we write this. This is written incorrectly. I address this cursed elf. So no two. No two here, no two
Can-
here. Right?
But the address can't. I don't know. I have the impression that sometimes you can use with it too. I don't know. Address this
Address
to me. I don't know. You know. Is it?
address
Is it?
this to someone. Yeah, if it's to someone, I guess. But address to this curse, yeah, to this curse. No, I address. Nah, yeah, I address this to me, like in this. If you're the as an imperative, probably it works,
Hmm.
right? You're it's like an order, right?
Ah.
Imperative.
Okay.
Address this to the
Some.
desk or
Yeah.
something to something. I guess as the imperative it works, but I address this. But actually, address this to someone, not address to. You
Ah.
address,
Right.
you see, because it goes directly. So I address this cursed elf to someone, right? I would have the to after the object, not before the object, right?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
that's the thing. So you pull me
Cool.
out of the warp. I would say you pull me out of warp. That's one thing I wouldn't. I wouldn't put the. You pull me out of warp. Not that it's
Okay.
bad and totally wrong, but I think it would be more fluent without. It's not necessary the warp. You pull me out of warp. You open a forced communication channel. Then you threaten me and my crew. You must be some kind of galactic, yeah, clown.
Class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let it sink in for a few seconds, then I continue. How about you handle your cargo and I let you. No, you handle your car. Okay, this is another thing. I think you wanted to
Yes.
say hand
And,
in, like to
and
give me your cargo, right?
or yeah, I was about to say that. Or handle. I don't know if you can say handle over your
No,
cargo.
not handle. Hand.
Hand
Hand
over.
yeah, handle is like manusear.
Yeah.
Manusear, right? To you wanted to hand over, like to give me. How about
Yes.
you hand over your car? Let's see what the AI will think of. Well, if it understood that, yeah, because how about you handle your cargo? Okay, that's not wrong, but how about you hand over Hand over your cargo. That's what it should be. How about you hand,
Yes.
not handle.
Oh,
Handle is manusear. Hand over it, like give it to me. Your cargo, like right cargo, and I let you go free with all your limbs still attached to your body. How about that? I won't offer this twice. Okay, so let's go. Let me just like make an image of this. Do not make extra narration. Exclamation marks. Yeah, gotta put the exclamation marks. All right,
all right.
the story outcome.
The holographic image of the elf flickers for a moment as his composure breaks. Behind him, the tentacles mass
The what?
retreats into the tentacled mass
Mm-hmm.
retreats into the shadows, seemingly intimidated,
Seemingly.
seemingly intimidated by your lack of fear. The elf's multiple
Pupils,
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 pupils, oh,
pupils.
peop,
No,
peop,
pupils. Pupils is like a student. Pupils, pupils.
pupils,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
multiple pupils contract in unison, a sign
Unison.
of unison, a sign of genuine biological stress. Uh, Clown, the elf whispers.
The
The
what?
multi, the elf
Mm-hmm.
whispers. The multitonal frequency of his voice cracking. He looks at his crew, then back at you. The bravado is gone, replaced by the realization that he has pulled a shark into a koi pound.
A koi
Not
pound.
sure.
Yeah, koi is the carpa.
All
So
right.
he's like he's the carpa, like he's like a weak,
Oh, yeah.
defenseless fish, and you're a shark. So he pulled a shark into a koi pond. Like pond is like a small laguinho, a small
Yeah.
little lake, right?
Never seen that before. Like this expression, pulled a shark into a koi pound. Yeah.
Pond,
Pond.
pond.
I said correctly first, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
pound.
yeah. Not
But no,
pound, because pound is like libra.
correct.
Pond, like
Pond.
pond. Uh huh.
Yeah. Hit. Sorry. We did not. We did not realize the crimson hook was commanded by one so unwielding,
Unyielding.
unyielding. Yeah.
Do you know what
Yeah.
that means? Unyielding.
I'm not sure.
To yield is to stop. Like so, unyielding means there's no way to stop. There's no, yeah, you're
Huh.
pretty much a badass. To yield is to stop, to give up. You can to
Oh, all
yield,
right.
to give up, to stop. Yeah, someone you don't give up. You won't stop. You won't be shaken. You know.
All right. Yield. He gestures frantically off screen. A heavy thud echoes through the comms as several massive, glowing canisters are ejected from the dreadnought's cargo bay into the vacuum of space. They flow toward your ship,
Ah, okay. So
shimmering.
it understood, right? To
It
hand
understood,
over.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Shimmering with elven rooms and containing enough high, high grade refined stellar essence to fuel your ship for a decade, or to sell for a fortune on the black market. Take it, the elf spits, though his hands are trembling. Take it and leave this sector. The great roots have no more business with you, pirate. The dreadnought begins to power its engines, preparing to retreat into the nebula.
So very
Okay, the
good.
goblins It's
That was a good
really,
intro for a story,
really,
right? Showing how badass, you, because in my opinion, you intimidated an eldritch god.
yeah.
I think you
Holy cow!
intimidate, Greg Flames, the pirate of the Seven Galaxies. He's such a badass that he intimidates eldritch Lovecraftian gods. Yes. Or just a
Awesome.
bitchy elf. Either way, that's awesome.
That's
So,
awesome. I agree. I agree.
so what do you do next, Captain? Do you let them flee, or do you have other plans for this clown and his bioship? Well, here I don't know more. Well, I guess
Yeah.
next episode we will see what what will Greg Flames, the pirate of the Seven Galaxies, do next. Right?
Yes, we shall
Very good.
see. For sure.
Very good. So far, I really like Greg. He is awesome. I would love to drink a pint of beer or two with him. That would be cool. Very nice. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, man, have a great week. Have a great weekend, and see you next episode on Greg Flames, the pirate of the Seven Galaxies.
Yes. See you. Have a great week, you too, and looking forward to the
Me
next
too.
episode.
Nice. See ya. Bye bye.
Bye.